Hey everyone, this is Wade from fishfindermounts.com, and I've got, I'm going to put a fish finder on our Fishcat 4 Deluxe here, and we actually have another system, a 2.9 amp hour 4.5 kit, and some, like our 2.9 amp hour kits are just a little bit smaller, 14 ounces lighter, they're a bit more compact, probably more ideal for these smaller float tubes like this, but I'm going to put a 5-inch screen, a 5-inch fish finder here. As you see, I got the Humminbird Helix 5. We were kind of debating which one we were going to put on. We decided to put the Garmin Striker 5 DV, not CV. The CV is a newer version. The DV is like about a year or so old, and it's a fantastic fish finder nevertheless. And it's the same exact form factor. The transducer is slightly different actually. The new DV has a bigger, blockier one. This is a little bit more of a contoured one, which I like better actually. Here's the Humminbird transducer. You can see the size difference. The Humminbirds make actually a more compact transducer. I just thought I'd show you that just for the heck of it. I like the fact that they're more compact. You can see that. Let's get my hand out of the way, and here's my hand here. I'm 6'1", so you get a sense. It's about 4.5 inches long. This guy's a little bit slightly less long, probably 3.5-ish. But anyways, we're going to put the Garmin Striker 5 on here, but I want to say the 2.9 amp hour kit, not this one, the 2.9 amp hour kit is basically looks identical. It's just a bit smaller, the battery box and the power section of it, a little bit lighter, 14 ounces, and again, that one would be for running smaller fish finders all day long, like a Garmin Striker 4, an Echo 4, a Piranha Max 4. You'll get an all-day power out of that, like an older Piranha Max from Humminbird. The Garmin Striker 4, I think I mentioned that already, and the Lowrance Elite 4, HDI 4, and the Hook 4 is the newest version of all those Lowrance smaller finders, the 4-inch finders. So anyways, but we're going to show you that you can on a Fishcat 4 Deluxe, which doesn't have a ton of space here as you can see, to put a fish finder on. We actually developed around this float tube, and I'm going to show you how to strap everything together here. So this is actually my dad's float tube, and my dad is a right-hand cast, and so we're going to want to put this guy on like this, just like so. And remember, you're going to be going that way when you're kicking, so this is the actual right way for the transducer to be lined up. So we're going to take the strap and strap it around in here, and we're going to make sure on the Fishcat series here that if the camera comes in, we're going to have it on this side of the stripping apron in here. We're going to have it come around in that region there. So we'll show you how to do that here. We're going to take this strap and we're going to make sure that the strap is nice and flat, but we actually got to go in this way. So that's the right way. We're going to come down through. Hopefully the camera can come in a little closer here and get the detail of what's happening. We're going to come down and through, and the buckle's going to be nice and close in here. It's not imperative, but I like it nice and close personally. And then we're going to come underneath and we're going to come up through the battery box here. There. Now we'll sit this guy on here and get a sense of where the strap. Once you get this on here, you're not going to do this anymore. That's the first time in your trip or the day or whatever. So we're going to want it around there. So we'll take this guy, just move it over here. Again, it's the same concept as the battery box. You're going up top through the strap base, and then underneath. Again, you want to make sure the strap is flat, which I've already done, and then up through again on this side. So you have your strap just like so. Right like that. Okay. We're going to bring her up. We knew it was about in around here. And what I'm going to do again is instead of putting it on and trying to strap it from there, I'm just going to create the finish the hoop off so the camera can see from here. I'm going to make sure the strap's flat. Looks like it is. Yeah, it is. I'm going to come up through the buckle. It's the fat slot first, up, and then over the little bar here and down under. And this is perfect. This creates all the retention you need. You don't need any more than that. The strap is equal to its task. I'm going to take this guy, and actually we're going to take this guy out because we want it on the other side of it. And we're going to just bring it across over top. We're just going to tighten this guy down on there. Now, I wouldn't normally do it like this, but I'm doing it so the camera can easily see what I am doing. So that's nice and tight on there, and it's our 5 amp hour kit. And by the way, guys, a lot of times I get this question, you know, people are wondering, you know, does the beam come out of the end? Like over here, if the camera could come up here, the beam does not come out of the end of the transducer here. Over here, if the camera comes around here, the beam does not come out of here. This is just the end, the back end of the transducer. The beam comes out of the bottom of the transducer. And again, we're in a float tube. This is going to be perfect, actually. You're going to be just in the water here. The water line will probably be right in here. And the nice thing is you just lock this guy in. We can take this cable and just tuck it up wherever we want, put it in here, whatever. We can do that right now. In fact, we'll just take this guy and perhaps bring her around a couple times, tie her in, like so. And this side of the strap you can take and tuck in to your areas like this and make it nice if you like. With a few turns, if you like, just stow it in nice, like so. And now you have a wicked awesome fish finder mounting, self-contained. And you know, it's really imperative with a smaller pocket here. If you're going to be out all day, you're going to have your sandwiches. Maybe the camera can look up this way. You're going to have your sandwiches. You're going to have your foodstuffs. You're going to have all your fly tying gear. Not your fly tying gear, but your fly boxes. I fill up my float tube, even on my super fat cat, I fill up the pockets. So on a smaller tube where you have smaller space, keeping the battery on the outside of the pocket is very advantageous in retaining that space inside the pocket. Also, I notice with these pockets, they rise up pretty high. I like the battery box, bringing it up so the base of my fish finder is not obscured whatsoever by the pocket. And your head, when you're sitting in here, is actually, I'll show you guys, your head is actually quite a bit farther ahead above the fish finder anyways. So if the camera comes close now, here I can take my spinning. Now you see the Garmin doesn't have the spinning base on it right here. Well, that doesn't matter because our mount was going to create that for us. It spins and then you just lock it in. And you just take this guy. Now we can always just push it over a little bit and you just direct that up to your head exactly where you want it. And you can see my head, if the camera moves a little bit further away, my head is probably about 2 feet, maybe 2.5 feet, probably 2 to 2.5 feet above the screen of the finder. So this is perfect. You know, like having it down at a lower profile is not necessarily better. There's guys that, and the reason why I'm going on about this is some customers, they get worried about that. And that's why I wanted to show you guys. I think it's better to have it on the battery box because your head's going to be up above it anyway. So it's getting the screen even a little bit closer to your head, which is really nice. But you can see, you know, and I want to show you something else, guys. This guy here is on there so good. If you do it right, you shouldn't have a problem. There should be no slippage, none of this coming off stuff. And you see right here, there you go. It's not coming off. It's on there nice and tight. And for added security, as we talked about, you just take this guy, stick it in there. Again, you're not going to have to worry. You can carry it. There we go. It's in. You can carry it along with you like this, just like you see here. Just carry it down to the water. It's not heavy at all. It's light. I mean, once you're taking a whole thing like this, 5 pounds, this is about 5 pounds, this system. It's nothing. It doesn't weigh you down on one side. Your float tube doesn't list. You have no concerns at all. It is fantastic. So this is Wade from fishfindermounts.com mounting the Garmin Striker 5 DV on our 5AH 4.5 float tube mounting kit. Everything you need to mount and power your fish finder. There's power in here. The battery comes with the system. The cabling comes with the system. I'll just show you here. Right here, see, this is the plug system. If the camera comes close, right here, you're going to get this cable set, and you're going to turn your power cable from your fish finder into this plug. You're going to crimp that plug system on there so that ultimately it just flawlessly and seamlessly plugs right in to the battery box. You don't have to open up the battery box to charge it or anything. The charger we sell on our website is the same plug that plugs in just as you see here, so that when you're done for the end of the day, you can disengage the battery box and plug it into the charger. And then when you're ready to go fishing again and everything's set up, you just plug it back together again. It's just flawless. And we'll get this thing powered up so you guys can see this guy come on right now. And while that's happening, it's booting up. It's pretty sunny here. Maybe what we'll do is we'll get it into the shade so that the camera can see it come on better. Like so. There you go, it's on. And one of the things I want to show you too is that you guys, when you're launching and beaching and carrying this thing around, just kick this guy up out of the water, lock it in. It's in there nice and steady in place. And you can just keep this protected. If you're going through a lot of weeds, you can just kick it up, lock it out of the water, and you know, it's just awesome. And one thing too is, if you want to conserve the power on your fish finder, you can always put these guys on standby just by pressing the power button there. Puts the screen turns the screen off and conserves power until you're ready to see it again, and then you can turn it back on. But this is if you want a fish finder on your float tube, there's no other systems like these in the world today. This is Wade from fishfindermounts.com. Call us at 1-855-784-3474 to get your amazing fish finder mounting system. We are making all fish finders portable. Thanks for watching, everyone.